Welcome to Study English with me, our brand new video podcast. This is the very first episode from English Mastery Hub, and I couldn't be more excited to share this information with you. My name is Karen. This is Karen's Corner, and today we are going to walk you through our website, which we are very proud of, and we believe that it is something to offer everyone. Our goal is simple. It is to help English learners like you to find the easiest and most effective way of learning English, and most of all, to keep you motivated. That being said, let's dive right in and look at our website. And if you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment below, and I will read every one and answer them in future podcasts. So here we are on our website. Let me say up front that a lot of the courses are free, so you can just log in and start learning right away. First of all, on our website, we go to the control panel, and here we have a study panel which will give you what you are busy studying and help you to keep track of what you're studying, an English word game, and then I want to focus on my glossary. Now, don't worry if I don't explain something in great detail today. In future podcasts, we will delve in detail into each and every part of our website. But I want to focus on some specific things today. One of them being my glossary, because I think this is a very important tool for you as a student of English to learn. In my glossary, you can add words that you come across that you don't know, and these will then help you to refresh every day or every 2 days the words that you've come across, and so build up your vocabulary. Then we have a feature called My Stories. This one I'm just going to click on to explain it to you. In My Stories, you can create a story of your own. How much easier to remember English by reading a story that you have created yourself, and you can include random words from your vocabulary list, and in this way improve your English learning. So that is a really great tool. Then we have a writing assessment for those of you who are preparing to do an exam and you need to do a written exam. And this assessment allows you to write in real time, be assessed. It provides instant feedback on your writing, helping you to refine your grammar, sentence structure, vocabulary, and overall coherence. And best of all, you submit it, and shortly thereafter, you will get an assessment. And that will help you to know, okay, I need to focus on this a bit more, and this is where I need to improve. So that's an awesome tool. At the bottom, we have my bookings to show you which lessons you've booked, and the subscription panel. I cannot stress how important it is to subscribe. As I said, a lot of the lessons are for free, but by subscribing, you make a commitment to yourself to come back and get regular lessons. While I'm talking about that, you can also join our free weekly English speaking class. Many students learn English, but they don't have the opportunity to speak it. Here is your opportunity by joining that class. And best of all, it's for free. Right, let's look at some of the courses that are on offer. As I said to you before, a lot of these courses are for free. We have English grammar exercises, which means you can practice the different forms of grammar that you have learnt by doing exercises. And then we have English grammar lessons. These are from A1 to C2 level, and they give a brief overview of all the different types of grammar in English: modal verbs, conjunctions, phrasal verbs, collocations, and you can review all of those in the English grammar lessons. On the right-hand side, we have English tenses. A lot of foreign students are confused with English tenses. And if that is you, join this course and it can help you iron out any problems that you have with using the right tense. Then we come to some of my favorite things: war words. Word wars. I'm becoming dyslexic. Word wars, where you can find out different words that you need to know. And word wizard challenge. How many English words do you really know? The difference between effect and affect, for instance. Join this course and it will challenge you and help you learn while having fun. On the right-hand side, we have irregular verbs. Now, as we all know, when you put a word into the past tense, a verb, you add ed. I wish that were the truth. There are irregular verbs that don't follow the rule, just like many people in the world. They don't follow rules. So irregular verbs don't follow the rules. Join this course and find out about them and get yourself learning them. At the bottom of our page on courses, we have a free English placement test. If you're keen to find out your current level of English, take this test. It tests all 4 skills in English: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And it will give you then an estimate of your CEFR level and gives you a platform from which to work to improve. On the bottom, middle, and right, we have the 2 subscription classes for the IELTS English exam, should you wish to study in the UK or in Australia, for example, and then the TOEFL English exam if you wish to work or study in America. These exams are expensive, so we want to make sure that you pass first time, and therefore these are subscription courses. Okay, that's an overview of our courses. Mentors, you can choose to have one-on-one lesson with an experienced mentor. But for today, I'm going to look at tips and tools. As I said, I'm telling you briefly about the different features. In our future podcasts, we will go into them in detail. And if there's any specific feature that you're particularly interested in, drop me a question or a statement in the comments below, and I will highlight that feature in an upcoming podcast. First off the bat, we have watching a video to expand your vocabulary. When you're learning a language, it is important to immerse yourself in that language so that eventually you think in English. What better way than to watch one of your favorite videos? We don't select the video. You open this function, take the URL address of your favorite video, pop it into this screen, and you can watch your video and expand your vocabulary at the same time. Isn't that fantastic? In the same way, you can browse the web, you can read a PDF, you can listen to how to pronounce English and British English, you can listen to live radio broadcasts, and then at the bottom we have the exam guides. All of these tools are excellent ways of improving your use of English and getting to a point where you start to think in English. Right, then right on the right hand side here we have blogs. So I'm going to open the blogs. The blogs are divided into A1 to C2 level, so that you choose a blog that's at the level that you are at, and you're not at a level that is above your head. Once you've chosen a blog, you open the blog, and then let's go and look at one. For example, you open a blog on science and technology at a B1 to B2 level, which is at the level you need to be to do the IELTS exams. Okay, so this is category, society and community. I want to change it to where I was, science and technology, because that's my field of expertise, so I feel more comfortable talking about science and technology. And here we have the science of making friends as an adult, the science of decision making, how streaming services are changing the way we consume stories. So let's focus on that one for today. I'm just going to open that one and look at all the different things that you can do while you are watching this blog. How streaming services are changing the way we consume stories. So this is at a B2 level, which is the level you need to be at to do IELTS or TOEFL. And the article explores how streaming services like Netflix and Disney have transformed the way we watch stories. Then you get commonly used words from the article. Now, when you are looking at these words and going over their meaning, you may not remember them. Scientifically, it is proven you need to see a word at least 17 times before it becomes part of your normal language. However, we are now going to make use of the glossary. So we have the word algorithm, a set of rules used by computers to solve problems or make decisions. The platform uses an algorithm to suggest shows that you might like to watch. So if I click there, I open the glossary. I can add the word to my glossary just to make sure that I remember it in future. I can play it to show you how it's actually pronounced. And then on this side here, I can change it. If my home language is, for example, Dutch, I can translate the word from English to Dutch. Algorithmus. And that might help me remember the word better. So that is the glossary, and we're going to use the glossary to a great degree while we go through the different blogs. Here you can play an audio of the blog, and the best way of learning is to play the audio and to read the text at the same time. And that helps you follow along, and you can pause the audio if you get somewhere where you are unhappy with a particular phrase. You can pause the video, rewind the video, and go back over it again. So in this way, you are really putting your English into practice. At the bottom, we have grammar notes, present perfect and present simple. The tenses, as we mentioned in one of our courses, these are the first tenses that we learn. The present simple to talk about the present, and the present perfect to talk about something that starts and is still continuing. Streaming services have changed how we consume stories. This is the present perfect, an example of the present perfect. Modal verbs, can, might. Modal verbs show possibility or ability. This habit can influence how stories are written. And so when we have a modal verb, then we get the rest of the verb written at the end of the sentence. The passive voice. When we're talking, we speak with the active voice. When we change to passive voice, we are relating something that happened uh, yesterday or in the past. And so sometimes we will say, the ball was kicked by the boy. So we move the sentence around and we change it from active voice to passive voice. Right, here's some short grammar lessons. Present perfect versus past simple. These two tenses are most often used when telling a story or retelling something that's happened in the past. And then we get 5 basic questions on the article, which when we are doing this, we will answer these questions together, which necessitates going back to the article and finding the answers in the article. And in that way, learning to skim read for specific information. So that is our blog, and we are going to finish with that feature today. As I said before, let me know in the comments what you think of our website and if there's anything particular that you would like me to cover during our weekly podcasts. I'd be only too happy to assist you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye from Karen. Hope to see you again soon.